Ladies and gentlemen, it's TitoClock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy, well, anything's happened in 2020. So a happy new year. Woo! Hey guys, welcome to TitoClock. What's up? Hey, where's my Santa's little helper? What the heck? I'm supposed to have a little helper here. It's Christmas. It's the last show of TitoClock for the year. I have a helper, and helpers, what the heck? It's so hard to find good help these days. This is Rocket, and he's making his special appearance for later on for the raffle. He's stop looking. They're over here, Rocket. They're over here, over there. There, that's them. Okay, say hi. Hi, everyone. Yep, he's special today. He's got a special outfit on today. He's all happy, ready to draw out the prizes for you later on today. And we're also going to be meeting some special guests a little bit later on the show. But we've got today, I can't reach it because I got to reach down, and then Rocket will kind of wake up if I see, because it's all about him. He's sleepy. Yep, he's a little groggy. But anyway, there's a, all right, maybe I can reach it now. There's a few of these. There's 3 of these, but they're the bigger ones. I just wanted to show you an example, but these are the small ones I keep under my desk, but we're going to give 10-pound ones. And this looks like, I think this is not even a 5-pound one. Maybe it's a 5. It's definitely about half the size or less of the ones we're giving. So that's going to cover your household and be nice and safe. Keep that in the kitchen. The bedroom's always a good place as well. That's where most fires start. But more about that later. Right now, I also want to just make sure that I welcome everybody. I greet everybody, tell them what's up for grabs, including the Petron voucher, which is later on. And then, of course, say hi to the TitoClockers who are tuned in full force. Let's say hello. And guess what? Look who's the first one in there. Well, maybe not 100% first, but look at that, X. You see who's on the screen? Do you remember your promise? Do you remember our promise? You remember Rocket's promise? Mayanne, if she showed up today, she will get a special prize. So Mayanne, you're here. You get a very special prize. And it's really funny because Mayanne has quite the story of well, I don't know if I'm allowed to share the story today, but we got messages from her family as well today, which is really sweet. So Mayanne, for being possibly, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't checked everyone, but for being possibly the most loyal TitoClocker from the beginning of TitoClock all the way until the final show of the year, we've got a special prize for you. So we'll contact you. We'll meet you here at the TitoClock studios. Hopefully we can arrange a time where we can sit down, have something to eat, give you a nice prize, have a little chat, and just tour you around the place, etc. So we got you covered, Mayanne. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being so supportive of the show. All right. Who else we got? Gulier, Ricky Ladia. Keep going. Keep going. Why? There you go. D. Carpena. Jill Racelis, Sleepy Dog. Yeah. You know, it's yeah. He's got his own time zone. He's very, very tired today. He's been out and about, right? He went for a ride today, put his head outside the window, got to smell everything. All right, Rahat, we'll call you back in a little while. You can go there, and I'll need you in a little while. Don't worry. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're you know what, Chris? Technically, we're not. We're early. We're on time. So yeah, I know it feels early because we're always late, but that's Filipino time for you, and we're exemplifying it today. But yeah, I think we might be I think we came at 4:59 point something, which is great. It's a new record for us, and glad to be able to at least come on time for the last show. And hopefully we can do more of this next year where we're always on time. What else we got out there? Elmer Capuna's out there watching from Parañaque. Eduardo's Lau from Parañaque. All right, so I've done, I think, all the greetings. I've just, well, not all, but I've covered a few, and I've given you a little sneak peek of what's up in store for the rest of the show. So now the latest in headlines is all we need, and for that, we got Chris. Hey, Chris, what you got there for us?
Hello, Tito James. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a happy, rainy Friday, and it's almost the weekend. And here are today's headlines. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said on Thursday that the U.S. pharmaceutical firm Pfizer never promised to provide the Philippine government with 10 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine upon the signing of a confidential disclosure agreement or CDA between two parties. Duque made the remark after Senator Panfilo Lacson claimed that the country would have secured the delivery of 10 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer as early as January next year, had Duque worked out on documentary requirements needed for the deal. He explained that it was only on September 24 that the DOH was informed that instead of the Department of Science and Technology, the DOH would be the agency to sign the deal with Pfizer. Lacson dropped the name of Duque after Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. the other day stated that he and the Philippine ambassador to the United States, Jose Manuel Romualdez, had arranged for the delivery of the vaccines with the help of the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. 3-year-old Sophie Aguilo, who was afflicted with biliary atresia, underwent a successful liver transplant after prodding from President Duterte and Senator Bongo to have the procedure done in the country instead of India, citing the expertise of Filipino doctors. Her parents, Candy Aguilo and Ronald Naval, thanked Duterte and Go for their support as Sophie was discharged in good health from the Medical City or TMC in Pasig last December 12. Sophie's diseased liver was removed on November 17, after which she received a graft taken from the liver of her mother, who was her donor. Dr. Vanessa De Villa, head of TMC's Center for Liver Disease Management and Transplantation, said the success of all these liver transplant procedures can be credited to the expertise and preparedness of the hospital's liver transplant medical team and the cooperation and support given by various sectors to the patient and her family. Go applauded Sophie's successful liver transplant as a testament to the capability of the country's doctors and health facilities. British actor Ian Mckellen received his first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine at the Queen Mary University of London on Wednesday. Mckellen, who has starred in the Lord of the Rings films and the X-Men franchise, said he feels euphoric after receiving the injection. He hopes that as more people get vaccinated, we will move further along the path back to a more normal way of life. NHS England said in a press release that Mckellen, who is 81 years old, formed one of the first eligible groups for the vaccine, which is being rolled out to people over the age 80, healthcare workers, and care home residents. United Kingdom became the first Western nation to authorize a COVID-19 vaccine after regulators granted emergency authorization for the Pfizer or BioNTech vaccine. The vaccine comes in 2 doses, spaced at least 21 days apart. It works by teaching the immune system how to defend itself against attacks. The 38th Film Academy Awards, also known as the Luna Awards, will push through tonight with a virtual ceremony that will be aired at 7 p.m. on UNTV Channel 37, despite the current pandemic lockdown. Director General of the Film Academy of the Philippines, or FAP, Vivian Velez, declared that the awards night is a morale boost to counter the current depressing situation. The program will feature couple Robert Senya and Isay Alvarez singing the newly composed theme song of the Luna Awards entitled Luna, Bukas May Liwanag Pa Rin, written by Angel de Mesa. Vivian said the FAP sought help from the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, which donated the Luna trophies, the Cultural Center of the Philippines, which gave financial help of 500,000 pesos, and from actor Ding Dong Dantes, who sponsored the fees for the writers who will deliver the trophies to the winners. Those were today's headlines. Time to call back Tita James as we take a look at the inbox. Are you ready, Tita James? Hold on, I can't hear you.
I said
You
I'm
lost
ready. I got my
audio.
glasses on.
All right. You're all Christmassy already.
You
Okay,
know,
so
they're going to be
it's
two.
beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it's looking a lot like Christmas. There's going to be 2 catchphrases to sum up 2020. One of them is, "Oh my gosh, where's my mask?" And the other one is, "You're on mute." Diba? You're on mute.
Totoo.
That's fun
That
enough
that's true.
2020 for most people. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm not on mute anymore.
All right. Okay. First up, we have is the split parking.
It's another one of
Let's
those.
wait for the image. There we
Oh my
go.
God. Look,
Such a cute
and I
car.
don't know. Does it make it more offensive that it's a tiny car? Like a tiny car that
I
could
think
fit
so.
in
Yeah.
half of the spot, and it takes up two. Oh
Yep.
my God. What goes through a person's brain, I wonder, when you pull up and you look at that and you go, yeah, that'll do. Honestly.
Yeah.
And
I try to be understanding, but
I try to be,
you
but
know.
it's the risk is here. People, I always every time I post this, there's always going to be one person or two people who will say, "You never know the situation. Baka there's an emergency." But while I understand
Yeah.
what those people are saying, the thing is, people tend to abuse that in other people. That
Mm-hmm.
we will look at it as an emergency. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But really, does it take you more time to park it properly if you have two spots open? Does it take you more
That's
time
true.
to take two spots than one spot? Come on.
And it's perfectly in the middle, which
Exactly.
means
Exactly.
he or she did it still kind of properly, but not in the proper place.
Yeah. And there's
That
the
makes
reason
any
why we
sense.
have rules. If you had to ask everybody their backstory, well, everyone's got one, right? Everybody's got an excuse. So you know what? That's why break the rules. I'm sorry, you just get a slap with a fine and that's it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
All right. Next is the cash or beef card.
Oh, I love this one. I
I've
love this
seen
one.
this everywhere, but it still gives me a good laugh.
Yeah, it never gets old. Never gets old. But yeah. What's the beef, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait. I hope everybody. I think everybody saw this already. Although,
yeah.
yeah, it
Some
still
people
gives
didn't
everybody a
know.
good laugh.
Yeah, some people didn't know what they. If you didn't know, it's beep. They were trying to spell beep. All right, just in case,
Yep.
because I did get a few private messages asking what's
Hmm.
it supposed to be, and I said chicken. Obviously, chicken. No,
Beef
no,
or chicken.
beep. Beep.
All
Okay,
right. Do
okay.
we have the image already? Let's see. Let's see. There may
Next
be an error.
image. All right. Caution.
Okay. Up next we have is the student taxi driver.
Well, I'm not actually 100% sure what the problem is here, okay? Because technically, it could be just they're using a taxi and the kid and somebody, a student is
Mm-hmm.
driving. They're not necessarily picking up passengers, or it's not necessarily. But I'm not sure if the vehicle is registered as a taxi, if a non-professional or student's allowed to drive it. I'll have to double check that. Just out
I
of
know. That was
curiosity.
also my question. Like, are they gonna be
Yeah,
are they
I
gonna
don't.
be sanctioned for it if
You know
there's a
what?
student?
I'm not really sure, to be very honest. I'm not 100% sure because, yes, I wouldn't be surprised either way, put it that way. They told me, look, even if it's a manual car, regular car that you would drive in your family car and your license, etc., because it's registered under LTFRB and it has the no, then you cannot. I would understand if they said, no, you're not allowed to have a student driver. But I'd also understand if they said, no, I mean, if a student driver is driving a taxi, but it's off duty, it doesn't matter. So either way, still
Hmm.
makes a funny photo though. No judgment.
Yeah, it does. And I
All
think
right. So
my family is also guilty of that before. Not really sure because we used to own a taxi.
you see, there you go. So in the off days,
Anyway,
you might have learned to drive there. So I'm not gonna hate on it.
yeah. Anyway, last but
Oh,
not the least,
wait. Mark
we have
brings up a
the
very good point.
creativity.
Wait, before you say that,
Uh
a
huh.
comment here, but they covered the license plate. So yes, in all of our discussion
Oh,
technicalities of whether you're allowed to drive, they covered the license plates. Thanks for
they
pointing that out.
did.
So darn obvious, yet we missed it.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's possible that this taxi is in coding under
Yes,
coding, but
yes,
then
that's true.
there's a license plate at the side, right?
Yes, there is, but that still doesn't. You still need to display your proper plate. There's no remedy around that. You have to
Yeah,
maintain
that's
your proper plate and not cover it. So even if it does have the plate on the side, it's a good point. But anyway, I think now we're
hmm
going we're going down the rabbit hole of
I
infringements.
know. Okay, let's have the last image. This one is amazing. It's
Okay.
sad, but it's also amazing.
All
There
right.
we go.
What
A
happened? Scratch and then oh wow.
So there was an accident, and then the person drew on it instead of getting it fixed.
Wow. Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's like a tattoo cover up
Nice.
for an
Nice.
injury.
Classic example of when life hands you lemons, you make
Hmm.
lemonade type of thing. Good job.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not, I'm just not sure if this is here in the Philippines or in another country because from
Doesn't
the first image, it looks like there's snow. So it's
yeah,
probably from another country.
yeah. It does look like another country.
I
Yeah. Unless that's Manila Bay and the Dolomite Beach or something. I don't know. But anyway, that was in
don't think so. It's too white to be the Dolomite.
all right. Let's not get too controversial.
I know. Let's stop right there.
Is that all you got for us?
Yes, that's all we have for today. So thank you so much, Tito James. And thank you, everybody. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you again next Friday. See ya!
Well, on behalf of Chris, I'll say Merry Christmas on her behalf because I'm not sure if she knew that this was going to be our last show. But anyway, there. Merry Christmas from Chris. And she'll be back next year as well with all of us. But right now, I did promise you, of course, aside from all the super cool prizes and the raffles, etc., that we are also going to get to meet someone who's introducing a new delivery service, but strictly for medicines, and also happens to be a good friend as well. So if he's there backstage, if he's ready, let's bring him on the show. Let me see if I can do the old-fashioned greeting where we used to actually have some music to bring them in. Let's see. Let us. Oh, here we go. I think we might have actually got it. Let's check it out. Right, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about his new delivery app for medicines, please welcome Jojo, the Love Survivor.
All right.
Was there music? There was music. You see, we got music
Yeah.
for you, Joe. Special guest. We have production value.
Yes. What's up, Tito James?
We have costume. We have production value. We're really stepping it out. We're rolling the red carpet out for you, my friend. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good, Tito James. It's been a while, man. Never see you, man.
It has. And you know
Yeah.
what? I was very surprised. You were one of those people who pivoted during this pandemic, and from being
Yeah.
this awesome personality that we've all come to know and love, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
big businessman ka na. That's really
Hindi naman.
impressive.
Sakto lang, Tito James. It's been a while, man. Nag-isip lang kung paano maging makatulong sa mga tao in this kind of pandemic, man, we encounter right now.
Okay, well, let's start it off
Yeah.
by introducing yourself first. This is Jojo, the Love Survivor. You probably caught him on Boys Night Out and, of course, his
Yes.
blog. But what's kind of cool and interesting about Jojo, the Love Survivor, is, like I mentioned, he's pivoted into this new business where it is a delivery service, but for medicine. So what's the app called, firstly?
The Pulse app is Dr. John's app. It's like a kind of app that delivers online like medicine, like all kind of sort of if you need someone in the drugstore, you need your high blood maintenance or diabetic maintenance, you can deliver your medicine to your doorstep. Yun yung medicine is all about.
Okay, why? Pardon my ignorance. I'm just going to start from a very general point of view. What's the difference between this and, let's say, any other delivery app that does deliveries, not specifying medicines? Is there an advantage to having a dedicated medicine delivery app?
Yeah, we have a kind of sort of all medicine if you need, and we can deliver your medicine through your doorstep in exact time. Hindi siya mabagal, pero di ka nalalabas. Our goal is to deliver you up in your store. Kasi ang problema kasi natin ngayon, James, is our society right now, pumipila sila sa labas eh. And then we cater this kind of app para yung hindi na sila lumabas because now time of now is, you know what, bawal lumabas, social distancing, ganon. And we cater this kind of app.
Sige, yeah, no, I understand the concept of not wanting to get people out. So the fewer people that are out, and if we could centralize the deliveries. But the key advantage of having a specific or dedicated medicine delivery app is,
Uh-huh.
do you have the menu of medicines in your app, or do you still go through the Mercury Drug app or the Mercury or the Watson's app? How are you choosing your prescription drugs?
We have right now we have kind of partners of delivery app, certified partners pharmacy, yung mga pharmacy namin na partner, drugstore. And
Mhm.
our partners will be our own hands, sila mismo. Halimbawa, for example, you live in Quezon City and all Quezon City pharmacy partner, dun tatakbo yung app, dun mismo gi-deliver yung app. But for now, we can discuss, I have my pharmacist, the Dr. Michelle, to discuss all
Okay,
about our app.
let's bring her
Dr.
on.
Michelle.
X, wait. We go on the money. We can't give Jojo his music and then not Doc Michelle.
Yeah.
Again. Just you with your intro. Hi,
Yeah.
Doc.
Here, this is Doc Michelle James.
Hello, James. Hello, Jojo. It's nice to see you both.
Yeah.
Nice to see you as well. And Doc, we were just talking about the advantages of using the app, this dedicated Dr. John's free app for delivering your medicines. I was asking Jojo about what's the bigger advantage over using this dedicated medicine delivery app over another delivery app that does everything and you just send them to Mercury Drug and buy your medicines. What advantage over Dr. John?
First and foremost, we give the liberty to the patients to choose their own medicines and the quantity. So, like, to give you a perspective, James, we emulate what's happening in the drugstore and we give it to you, our patients, the same day. No, the other delivery apps can give you your medicines after 2 to 3 days or after processing time, certain processing time. But for us, kasi we treat our medicines as emergency drugs. You know that the patients already need it at this time. That's why they ordered to you. So it's fast, easy, convenient, and most of all, safe to order.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, and Doc, you're a licensed pharmacist as well, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Is there an advantage to having a licensed pharmacist involved in the app? And can you tell us how you're involved in the app?
Oh, I prepared the workflows for the app. I've been through different organizations already. I also prepare different workflows for their own delivery. However, the difference is it's already your own application wherein we monitor your usage. We can help you with your medications. We can help you also to search for your own medications. And then the difference is our app. James, we categorize the medicines per condition because it will be the patient who will search the app, who will search for their
Okay.
own medicine. So it's an easier way for them because I have this condition and how can I search for my drugs? So it can be searched through generic names, brand names, or even per condition. And we emulate what's happening in the drugstore. So if you require prescription drugs, we have pharmacists on board also to really check on your medications if it's the right fit for you, and also if the quantity is also right for your dosage, for your requirements. If in case we're having doubts, or let's say you have a prescription that is already expired, we can help you with your telemedicine. No, we also have telemedicine in our app. You can connect with our doctors on board.
Okay, that's wow. Now that's a very you're explaining all of those advantages very well. You can you obviously need prescriptions, right? How do you handle that?
For
Does
certain medicines, yes.
you just take a photo of your prescription, or how are you managing the okay, just a photo of that, and then if you're expired, are you pharmacists allowed to replenish your expired? I don't know how these things work. I'm thankfully not on any maintenance medication yet, but how does that work? Are you allowed to
No,
extend the
definitely we're No, definitely we're not allowed to renew your prescription or write a prescription for you, but we will guide you in our app. We have a telemedicine feature also that will connect you to a valid doctor, to a licensed doctor to give you your prescription.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Jojo.
prescription goes directly to us.
Okay, awesome stuff. All right, and Jojo, are you involved with any other people in this app? Is this your brainchild? How many partners
Yeah,
here?
yeah. This app come from last August. A group of friends, and especially our doctor, Dr. Barella, a good friend of mine, a doctor, is we came up this idea that we can cater some delivery for medicine because before August, remember we are in ECQ. Remember in August 4 or something, we call
I'm trying
ECQ,
to
and
block it
we
out of my memory, but yes.
yeah,
Do it.
and ECQ, it's hard to go to pharmacy because you need to fall in line. That's why we come up this idea, and my friend, Dr. Michelle, and our group are cater this kind of idea to the Filipino people that hindi na sila mahihirapan na pumila pa, and then to more give their service and convenience na rin para sa mga tao na nandun sa atin. And to help also, we have also 800 riders right now, motorbike
Wow.
riders, and to help these riders to have job kasi ngayon mahirap maghanap ng trabaho, maraming jobless. That's why we cater this app to help also the people unemployed na rin.
That's pretty amazing. 800 riders. Are you sharing any of these riders with other apps, or are these 800 in-house riders already?
In 800 in-house rider in our Dr. Jan's. Yeah.
Exclusive to you.
Yes, yes.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So that's pretty. That is what where you're able to give some kind of guarantee of faster delivery because you have a big pool of riders.
Yes.
And what are the areas that you cover?
Right now we have Manaba area, Caloocan, Malabon, Nabotas, and also we will be soon Quezon City, Manila area, and supposedly by next year we can cater the all NCR. That's our goal by next year, and our app is available in Android right now. By this end of the month, we will be able to come up in iOS and Apple, and also. But right now it's Android muna for
What
the
about
moment.
the Nokia 3310? Do you have?
Pwede siya. Wala pa. Wala
No.
na. Nabaon na yun. Pang tito phone na yun eh. Wala.
Yeah, exactly. That's my phone. So paano ako? Um, no. People were asking about. I'll run through some of the questions because we got some great questions here, Dr. Michelle and Jojo. Do you give special discounts for senior citizen and PWD? Are there any one of those or?
Definitely, we cater senior citizens and PWD patients. You just take a photo of your documents. Actually, you can set up already in your profile as you download the app. You just set up your profile, upload your IDs, the photo of your IDs back to back, and then we will approve those documents if they are valid, and then you can enjoy your discounts.
You know, Doc, I've been going through the app kanina pa. Medyo I have a problem with it because wala pang vaccine ng COVID. When's that coming?
I hope it comes in soon.
Huh?
I hope it comes in soon, very, very soon.
Yeah.
But that's
That's
not
our
something.
target. Yeah.
Okay. But that's not something that. Can you deliver that, or does that need to be administered at a hospital?
It needs to be administered, yes, and we have to follow what the government will lay out for us.
Yeah. So I can't order like 20,000 of them for my personal use and then resell them later. No, bad idea.
Definitely not.
Forget I asked. That was somebody else asking. We have also questions about the delivery fees. What kind of fees can people expect to pay?
Right now, our delivery fees is 99 pesos all over NCR. Kahit saan ka, we have delivery for 99 pesos only. That's our delivery fee for now.
Just one flat fee. It doesn't matter
Yes.
where you are.
Where
Okay.
you are.
Any point to point in that the areas that you cover, it's a flat fee of 99,
Yes.
regardless of how many medicines.
Regardless no how long, yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's a flat fee at the moment, regardless of how many medicine you order. Okay. Do you need to show the senior citizen booklet? No, we've already covered that. You can register already, and if you are the senior citizen, it will be already applied. So those are pretty much the. Oh well, somebody said 3210 was her favorite phone. Okay, that's a little bit. I'm just trying to look for relevant questions that 'cause I know they were popping in quite a lot, but they're mostly about the senior discount and PWD. So, and there's one here saying hi X with a heart. So, I think that's for you. So, okay, before I get into deep into the messages, is there anything else you'd like to share with us? Parting messages, things we need to remember, or things you'd like people to know about your app before we let you go?
Yeah, Doc Michelle.
So I'll go on first. Always remember that your medicines will be able to help you in your conditions, in treating your conditions. However, when taken wrong, if you take the wrong medicine, if you take the wrong dose, it may harm you. So always be careful in taking your medicines. Always ask your pharmacist for any questions that you have in mind. Also, don't forget to check in with your doctors every time that they ask you to. So go on to your treatment and get to Dr. John's. Check your medicines on board.
Yeah.
Jojo, how about you?
Yeah, like Dr. Michelle said, mga gamot kasi importante sa atin, and that's like as Filipinos are in have maintenance, mostly yung mga senior citizen natin, yung mga matatanda, they need something a maintenance medicine, and then madali lang to because we cater these services. We're planning 24 hours to deliver this kind of medicine para sa inyo. And then no need to go home, and then if you nakalimutan mong bumili ng gamot, we can deliver to your doorstep at the right time also.
Okay, great. These couple of questions were floating in while you were talking about 24-hour delivery. Did you kind of touch on that? Is it a 24-hour service?
Yeah,
It
we're planning.
depends.
Yeah.
We're planning on a 24-hour delivery, but it actually depends on the operation hours of our partner drugstore. So if they're already closed for service, then it will be sent to you directly on the first thing in the morning.
Okay.
So we're looking into 24-hour partners.
Awesome. Payment, COD, cashless. What?
Right now we can have a COD also, and GCash and Paymaya. We cater also that.
What about X-Deal, Pwede?
Pwede X-Deal. Pwede.
Especially for you, James.
For James, yeah.
and
Erica also.
And then here, I'm not sure if this is still a relevant question in this day and age, but Sandra has a question about what if you can't decipher doctor's handwriting? How to choose or write what meds? Normally, we ask the store physician. Is this still a relevant question in your app?
Yes, it's actually quite relevant at the moment because we still are in the time of transitioning into e-prescription. So we get to photograph the prescription of the patient. So yes, if you have difficulty in reading the handwriting of your prescription, you can ask our pharmacist. You can actually ask questions on the app.
Okay, also there is an in-app chat there that you can have a chat with the pharmacist and clarify, right?
Yes, it's coming soon and you'll see that in your app.
Okay, all right. Well, with that, guys, I think we've pretty much covered everything there. We thank you for spending time with us.
James, I have some correction.
Okay, go.
We have hindi pala in-house yung mga rider namin because we have may iba pang apps lang pwedeng gamitin. They can apply as to our riders. www.drjohns.ph/rider sign up also. This is exclusive sa amin kasi
So this is if you want to join as a rider?
Yes.
Okay, so
you can sign up through online.
Okay, if you want to onboard. Okay, just before you go, there's still questions sliding in.
Sure.
Do you cater to the S2 medicines?
At the moment, no, we don't cater to S2 medicines yet. We have to find a partner drugstores that caters to them also. So it's a long road ahead pa.
Okay, very good. What about this one here from Eduardo? Can you see your screen there?
Do we choose the drugstores where to buy? No, actually we can't.
No? Okay. Sorry,
No, we can't yet.
All right, and I think I'll leave it there because is this Mirna's asking what are the credited pharmacies? Is it any of them, or can you see your screen? What are the credited pharmacies?
Can we share, Sir Jojo?
Yeah, we can share accredited pharmacies also. Like in Valenzuela area, we have a series of pharmacies also there in Valenzuela, and also in, I think, in Quezon City we have also an Caloocan
In
area
Quezon
also.
City, we have City Drug Anonas as our partner drugstore. And always remember that we also look at their documents before we partner with them. So they are all legit drugstores with proper documents.
Oh, um, this is cool. What about random questions? I know that might be a little far fetched for now, but what about that?
I don't think we have that yet already, but if the
Okay,
partner drugstore cater those,
Rocket is pulling the plug on the whole podcast. He's upset. Rocket, have you met Rocket, our raffle bro? Yeah, he's about to pull the plug on the whole podcast. He's not happy. You don't do pet medicines. That's it.
I'm so
um,
sorry, Rocket.
Rocket, nah, yeah, okay. Well, we'll let.
Yeah.
And Dwayne is asking what you just covered, just in case he missed that. How to be part of your delivery team? Could you say that again, Jojo?
Visit our website www.drjohns.ph/here. In the screen, you can join as a rider and fill up the form and set your IDs and all requirements. Yun lang.
Ayan, si Doctor is smiling at Carlos' message, I think. There. At least it wasn't Jojo. You're so cute from there. There you go.
But
All right.
actually, that's my brother. Hi, brother. He's tuned in.
You couldn't have said that. You should have just left it as, Doc, I gotta teach you. I gotta teach you some of that. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Good luck with your app. Once again, it is Dr. John's app, and you can get all your medicines delivered. It's a flat fee of $99, and they cover almost all of NCR. Best to go onto the website just to see the coverage areas, and you can get your meds delivered to you. I suggest you check them out. I've known Georgia for a while, so if he gets behind this, we got full faith, man. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, James. Merry Christmas, guys. Erica, Merry Christmas.
Well, there you go. There's your cover blown. Okay, so that's Jojo and Doc Michelle with the Dr. John's app, which is really cool. I think it's a great service. A lot of people agree to. They say it's a great service, especially for senior citizens, especially now with those face shields, right? I mean, I'm sorry to keep on going like a broken freaking record, but it's just too much already. It's really counterproductive when these face shields. One of the things it does is it prevents. I know that's the goal, right? Is to prevent people from going out, but it's not. Every time you do something or try to solve a problem, you have to look at the problem you're creating. Do you get what I mean? So when you say, okay, face shields, even if it offers a 1% better chance of COVID not being transmitted, let's do it. It's better, 1% better than nothing, right? No, not really, because if it's 1% better, I'm just throwing figures out. I don't know how much, whether there's even a figure about face shields protecting you, what percentage it is. But let's just say even 10% better chance of protection wearing a face shield in a mall or while you're biking. Okay, let's just say there's 10%, but you still have to weigh it against the things that are going to, let's say, the problems it create, the environmental problems, the problems with breathing and stuff when you're exercising on a bike, and the safety, riding with these goggles on and these helmet and a face shield and a mask. You can't see, the visibility is awful, it fogs up, you can't breathe properly. All of these things, you're creating new problems to solve an existing one. You really have to weigh that out. So there you go. That's one problem you'll be able to solve especially if you're a senior citizen or somebody who just doesn't really doesn't want to go out anymore. Who wants to go out is what I'm saying. It gets to the point where, all right, so you don't want to put people out, so you create these unreasonable face shield rules, but then you kill the economy at the same time. So this is where balance always comes into it. And well, at least we've got apps right now that are helping people out to try and get through these crazy periods. Because somehow I think we always overcompensate with our rules. I think it's just something inbred. I don't know what it is, but it seems every time we react, we tend to overreact, and it bothers me because it's not harmless. I can't resign myself or let myself just think okay lang yan. Just as long as it's a little bit better, whether you're gonna lose. You lose a lot sometimes when you accept these unreasonable, poorly thought out reasonings. For example, the motorcycle barriers. I didn't even ride a motorcycle at the time. I wasn't riding motorcycle. It didn't affect me, is what I'm saying. Or when I have my little Vespa, which I love, but I don't ever have a pillion passenger on it. So, but you have to call it out because it's poorly thought out stupidities like that end up diluting all of the good stuff. It ends up taking away all the credibility from the stuff you really need to educate people about. You see what I'm getting at? That's why I feel very passionate about these things, because when you let it go, when you give an inch, it's a very difficult precedent that you set. And then later on, it's almost impossible to go back. And this happens over and over again, I see. So that's why I get frustrated with calling things out like face shields and stuff like that. And that's what I'm getting at, Lewis. They should be, but they're not. And people say, oh, well, I wash my face shield. Yes, you do. But for every you that there's about 1,000 other people who don't. And these are the people that you have to legislate around. These are the people you have to problem solve around. So you have to think of those things. And this is why I worry about where all these hundreds of millions of face shields are going to end up. They're just going to end up somewhere, right? Probably our waterways. Probably that new Dolomite beach there. And that's why we should always, it's not about complaining, it's not about ranting, it's not about saying, oh, you're not supportive of the government. Of course, I'm very supportive. I'm one of the DILG ambassadors, so you can imagine how difficult this is sometimes that I'm posting things and saying things like now that are against what the IATF are saying, and I'm a Disciplina Muna ambassador for the DILG, and a very active one too. But you gotta call things out when they don't make sense. And that's the thing I was explaining to the DILG today in one of our exchanges. I was saying, I really do want to help, but it's very difficult because you do have some good policies, obviously. I mean, DILG are not they're the, what you call it, body, implementing body. Basically, IATF will come up with their own ruling, and then it is implemented in the DILG to make sure that all the LGUs implement. But the LGUs now are reacting, and they're doing countermeasures, which is great. Some of them, not all of them, where they're actually writing ordinances to rule out this biking with visors and stuff like that, because it's silly. Balance is needed, Joe. That's right. Balance is needed. Please just stop and think. Just stop and think about what problem are you trying to solve and what problem are you going to create. It's always balance. That's all it's about, right? And of course, listen to people, listen to your constituents, listen to the people who are talking. They're saying something to you. Sometimes people tell me, before, I would always correct people when they would say, you're a motoring expert, transport expert. I don't think I'm an expert at all. I never went to school for any of transport studies or anything like that. If there's any advantage I have, it's that I listen to you and I articulate your feelings, and then I bring it up to using a platform. I just amplify it. That's literally all I do. I don't know a whole lot more than anyone else on the street, but by listening to all of your collective feelings and then articulating that and then amplifying it, I understand the greater problem, or at least I try to, even if it doesn't affect me personally. And this is what I keep trying to ask our local politicians, and please just do the same thing. You will learn so much if you listen. You don't have to argue. You don't have to get involved in day-to-day, micro arguments on Facebook. But you also have to have a brain to scan. Just not everything everybody says is true. We all know that. When you go on Facebook, you learn to sift. I mean, like there are many comments you'll dismiss, going, "Well, this is a troll, or entitled, or this and that." But if you're honest enough with yourself, you'll see, well, this guy has a point, this girl has a point, this person has a point, even if it's against your point. You put that in and you process it, and then you come up with your own resolution or something, or suggestion after that. Oh, background music's quite loud. Okay, I'll lower it a little bit. Huh? All right. I got into a rant, so it's, couldn't stop me there. Super excited about... Thanks for mentioning that, X, because I was so excited about everything that I almost forgot one of the things we look forward to the most on Fridays. And you all know what it is. It's Free Plug Friday. For that, we need X. X, what you got in the box there, X?
Hi, Tito James. We actually have a lot in store once again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the TitoClockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday.
Woohoo!
All right, guys. First up, Tito James, don't you believe that health is wealth, especially during this time?
Well, unless you're probably feel health.
Funny, Tito James. Right, guys. The folks from Sydenham Lab sent over some of their vitamin C called Syden C capsules, together with a vitamin powder mix, which is basically multivitamins with zinc, iron, and iodine that come in chicken and beef
What?
flavor. I'm
Are you
not
kidding me?
Tito James, I swear, I saw the instructions. You have to
Okay,
mix
now you
this.
got my attention.
You actually have to mix this in with rice. And then the noodles or soup. I can't believe
You make your vitamin C ulam? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, basically you have to mix it with food. So maybe there's an active ingredient that you need to put together with the meal so that it becomes active, right? Anyway, guys, the price starts at 4 pesos and 50 cents for the vitamin C. Check out the health store on Facebook and Instagram.
Just for the novelty alone, I'm going to check it out.
Next, we go to Mangnok Roasted Chicken. Actually, Mangnok Roasted Chicken is a Filipino restaurant based in San Pablo since 2005. And they started off by selling their roasted chicken that came in 4 different flavors, like the classic, lemon rosemary, spicy garlic, and cinnamon butter. And then later on, they added Bicolano dishes like Laing, Bicol Express, and Dinuguan. So guys, for those who live in the area, hope you can check them out. They also accept orders online. Again, they are located in San Pablo. So if you're in the area, check them out. Mangnok Roasted Chicken on Facebook and Instagram.
15 years now. Congrats.
Yes, congrats, guys. Right, next we go to something more savory, more cheesy.
Vitamins still? Because, it's 2020.
Well,
Nothing surprised me anymore.
I'm gonna surprise you with better, something good this time.
Okay, go.
Silly Mama's Kitchen lasagna. They have their best-selling creamy lasagna with chunky bolognese, 4 kinds of cheese. Tito
4
Jim.
cheese. Yeah,
Four.
that's the
Four
seller
kinds.
here.
4 kinds of cheese, and they even sent over their chicken empanadas. Which one did you like among the two, Tito James?
I really enjoyed the lasagna because it's got a Pinoy twist to it. It's 4 cheese nga. So you got, I think, mozzarella, parmesan. I can't remember the other one, but then there's the Filipino cheesiness there. So it adds that flavor. But here's what's kind of cool. Because a lot of people like to toast their lasagnas and their cheesy bakes.
Yeah.
What ends up happening is you can toast it, and if you have basil on it, it ruins the basil. But they put the basil in different layers as well. So you get the toastiness, plus you get the basil, fresh basil layers. It's really
And
nice.
you love that.
I love it. I love it.
I wish I could say the same, but I don't eat beef. But I did try their chicken empanada, and it was savory, flaky, and had a great amount of chicken inside.
Yes, and you know what's cool about this? It's another pivot story from another working mom. So, those things always warm my heart.
Same here. So fully support you. Silly Mama's Kitchen, guys. Price starts at 650 pesos. That's already good up to 6 people. And their empanadas start at 250 pesos for 10 pesos. Hope you can check them out. Silly Mama's Kitchen on Facebook and Instagram. Next, Tito James, one food I associate with holidays is a good hot bibingka for some reason.
Yes, of course, it's part of the whole Noche Buena thing. It's
Exactly.
part of,
It's part of like if people go to Simbang Gabi or
parang it's our like the eggnog and turkey, but that is the U.S. and their Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's our turkey and eggnog.
Yeah, hot bibingka. And so guys, Abby's Delight sent over their triple cheese bibingka galapong with queso de bola.
You're making me bola now.
I'm not making you bola. Even came with salted egg.
Oh my gosh! All right.
I was able to try it, and I love how fresh it kept itself, even if it's kept in the ref for even up to, I think I ate it after 4 days
You
already.
microwave it.
I only microwaved for about 30 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out soft, fluffy, and still had the great amount of flavors, Tito James.
Yeah.
Yun. And it even came in a beautiful box, so it's actually also good to give as a gift. Yeah. And they come in a box of 2, 4, 6s, and price starts at 120 pesos per piece. Anyways, hope you can check them out. Abby's Delight on Facebook and Instagram. Next, a lovely couple who also happen to be fur parents who live in the south in Lipa, Batangas sent over some peanut butter, not for us, Tito James.
Aww.
Sad. But they gave it for Rocket.
Okay, is this a Nutella thing
Yeah.
for dogs?
Yeah, it's called the Dogtella. So
Okay.
Dogtella South sent 4 different flavors for Rocket to try as their Christmas gift. So
Aw,
sweet. And they
aw.
even sent in a card.
Oh,
sweet.
how sweet! Well, I fed Rocket. I think the banana one.
Yes, and he loved it
Oh, he
so
loved it.
much. So much that he didn't want to eat his lunch anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
So,
but it's no sugar, right? So
Yes.
it's a healthy one. It's all natural, no sugar, no salt. It's gluten free
and xylitol free.
see. So I mean, like we're tempted to give our pets little treats, and obviously you can't give them chocolates. You'd never give them the Nutella thing,
Mhm.
right? But Rocket always begs. He always begs
Always
for treats.
for everything.
So it's nice to be able to give him one that's healthy for him.
Yes, guys. Other flavors they have are plain, pumpkin, and moringa. And it has a good shelf life of up to 4 months. So, guys, price starts at 279 pesos. Hope you can check them out. For all the fur parents out there, Dogtella South on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not the least, we have Koala Flex Fit smartwatch.
Ooh, yeah, it clings to your wrist just like a koala.
Woohoo! Alright, guys, this watch actually comes with a lot of different features that even my own smartwatch doesn't have.
Really?
I am not kidding.
Yeah, you were wearing it for a day or two, I saw.
Yeah, and I was really tinkering around it, and I was really impressed because apart from having, of course, it tells the time. That's one thing. But apart from that, you can get SMS notifications, sleep tracking, heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen monitor,
Wow.
and music control. Plus, Tito James, it's waterproof.
Mm.
IP68. Talk about a smartwatch, right? And best of all, it's kind of, I would say, affordable
Okay.
because
What's affordable? How much is affordable?
right now they're only selling it down to 2,990.
That's the first smartwatch, and that's
Yes.
compatible with Android, or is it an iOS one
It's
as well?
compatible for both Android
Oh,
and iOS.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty cool, right?
Okay.
And they're on sale until December 31. So the real SRP is 3,290, but now it's down to 2,990. Hoping you check them out. Koala PH on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Pre-Plug Friday. Stay safe and dry, TitoClockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy holidays, everyone. Enjoy the rest of 2020.
See you next
See you
year.
in 2021. Woo!
Yeah, that's a lot of superb features. You're right, Yvain. Super nice watch, for the price. And you know what? While we were doing that, I thought, how nice would it be to give this watch to Mayan? What do you think? Great idea, right? Mayan, we were saying earlier, has been our loyal, original TitoClocker from like day one, has never missed an episode, and there she is on your screen. Mayan, that's going to be in your stocking when you visit us. We're going to arrange a time for you to come over here. You get the whole TitoClock tour thing and all that. And I hope that we'll give you that watch as well, but there'll also be other goodies in your whatchamacallit, in that little bag. All right. So Mayan, we thank you so much for being such a loyal and supportive TitoClocker. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And that's just a small way of saying thank you to you. Okay. And well, I'm trying to get my thing going here for the raffle, but let me try it one more time. Okay, one more time. I think it just went off for anyway, kind of died. There you go. We lost it. So if I can't do that, let's go straight into this. There's a new don't do it yet. X, I'm trying to do it. I promise I will. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Internally excited. You can see it in his face. Look at that. Look at it. He can't contain himself. He's bursting out of his Santa suit. Rocket. Is it the Nutella? Maybe it should have had some sugar in it, right? To give you a little bit of a pep. The Dougtella. Maybe we should give you some more. Okay. Before Rocket falls asleep, let's go and press the final button for the final raffle of TitoClock for the year. Okay, Rocket. Don't worry, your job's almost done for the year. Almost. Come on, just one more push, Rocket. One more push. Kaya mo yan. Palmer fire extinguishers. Rocket. And those are our winners for the raffle. We've got I'm glad you're happy, Mayan. We're very, very happy too. So thank you also. Thank you for all that support. And we look forward to meeting you too. We look forward to meeting all the TitoClockers actually. So as much as we can, we're really going to be doing more and more of these things so that we get to meet you. Not just the prizes are one thing, but I really cherish the time that we get to meet one another. Just like one of the first people we ever brought up to the studio was one of our TitoClockers, Myla. And Myla could use a few of our prayers right now because they're just going through a little bit of a rough time. I don't know if I can share what exactly, but I know that they could use your prayers. So if you could throw them into your prayers, Myla, Dumithi, and they could just that would just be a big help if you could do that. All right, we'd love to meet all of you guys. So that raffle was brought to you by Liu Gong, and Liu Gong have been very supportive as well of all of our raffle segments. So thank you, Liu Gong, for all your support throughout the year. And thank you also to Bridgestone, who have been there since the beginning of TitoClock. Can't thank these guys enough because these guys here, when they weren't selling anything, they were there to support you. And that I'll never forget that because it was a time when everything was closed and they could have just locked up and they could have just saved their money and just waited. But instead, they chose to support a show that was supporting their customers or maybe their future customers because they really felt that TitoClock was something that gave people, it filled a void that was happening right during the pandemic and has been able to be supportive of some people, getting them jobs, giving them some encouragement, teaching them some things. So we really do think we couldn't have done this show without the support of our friends from Bridgestone, Liu Gong, of course, and everyone else who's come in to just make this happen. But most of all, it's been you guys because we built this together. And before I get emotional or anything like that, it's one of those things that when you share a common struggle as humans, which we've done, we went through this whole 2020 together and we went through it under very, very difficult conditions. And so once you share that common struggle, you build a better bond. You build a very strong bond and something that hopefully could never be broken. So no matter what happens in 2021, we'll always have this. I'll always cherish this and I'll always look back and just reflect on this year that we've had together as being one where it's really defined the relationship and it's really made us appreciate one another. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from Rocket, from X, from Y, from myself and everybody else. There, I'm just going to leave you with Rocket's face there you go. That's the last thing you'll see of TitoClock. Bye, everyone. Wash your hands.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stars.